welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
And you're
and we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid.
Hot tag! Hot tag!
Hot tag. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm coming in hot. You know, I'm gonna hit that Big E spear.
We'll see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? It is time once again for this WrestleMania road trip, and we are almost there. Coming up here in about 30 minutes from the time we're making this video, it will be officially WrestleMania week, so that'll be, should be a fun, exciting week. But this is the WrestleMania 29 review. So we got one more. We got WrestleMania 30, and then we'll be done with the road trip. But let's jump right into it. We started with the Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, what? Wait, why? Why the Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy Orton? Why would you start a pay-per-view with this match? And then on the other side, you got the Shield, and I was like, oh, okay, I see now. Because when they, literally, when they came out, I was like, why? Why is this starting the show? Why? Then the Shield came out. I was like, okay, I see why this is starting the show. But I thought this match was pretty good for some kind of bigger guys on the other end with Big Show and Sheamus. And you could say Orton too. I feel like this match was pretty good. I definitely think the Shield were the high spots in this match. They were the fast-paced, version of this match. They did kind of dominate a little bit, and then obviously Big Show was not having Randy Orton tagging himself in there at the end. It looked like Seth hit his head on that suicide dive, though. I don't know if y'all caught that, but it looked like Seth hit his head on that suicide dive. But this is a pretty good match. The Shield get the win off of some kind of miscommunication from the other team. This is a pretty good way to start the show. When I first saw it, I was like, why are we starting the show with this? But then, after a while, I was like, it's not too bad. Casey, thoughts on this match?
This show in general was exciting to me, and I know Justin too, because we were actually there, not together. We hadn't met at the time, but we were there. I absolutely hated the team of Sheamus, Orton, and Show. I just thought it was a weird. It wasn't even that I don't like Big Show or I don't like Sheamus or whatever. I felt like it was a weird team. Like it seemed like they just kind of grabbed names out of a hat and they were like, okay, you guys are going against the Shield. I didn't believe it would work from the beginning. I was extremely excited to see the Shield live. To this point, I wanted to see them live. They just had never really come around my area really to see them, unfortunately. But this was a good match. My seats were such that I could not see the middle of the ring. I could see one team on one apron and the other team on the other corner. If they were in the center of the ring, couldn't see anything because of those stupid fucking pillar things that they thought were really good ideas and weren't. Fuck you, WWE. But it was an okay match. Watching it back again, actually on the pay-per-view, watching it was good. Was a good match. I just, like I said, I didn't like the teaming of Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. It built up heat between the three of them. But I thought they could have found a better team to go up against the Shield, a team that you would think would be more believable in beating the Shield, because to this point, the Shield was kind of like undefeated, and they were a big issue in the WWE, the big heels at the time. But yeah, Justin?
Well, I definitely agree with you, Casey. Big Show, Randy Orton, Sheamus, I didn't feel like they were a very, good team. I thought they could have used some better guys, because before this, they were using a lot better guys to face the Shield, and now that it's like through Big Show, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and like 3 years ago when I did these predictions for on my channel 3 years ago, I predicted that Big Show would turn heel, and of course he did turn heel again in this match for like the 1,000th time. You know, like I don't. I'm not surprised to see these Big Show heel turns anymore. I just wasn't surprised when I was there live, and going back watching this, back and watching this, I actually kind of enjoyed this match. It was really good, and I'm happy they kept the Shield undefeated, and it was pretty good. And we had some tension between Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. I like when Seth Rollins did that springboard off the top rope, and Randy Orton called him in the RKO. That was pretty cool during the match. At Big Show, he actually did something pretty cool, like where the Shield was getting ready to do a triple powerbomb, and the Big Show did a spear on Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. That was pretty cool during the match. But I mean, the Shield, they were just dominant during the match, and I liked their entrance also when they came down through the ramp. When they came down through the crowd, like I thought that was really cool going through MetLife Stadium. And MetLife Stadium, that's one of the best stadiums I've ever been to. But yeah. This was a pretty decent match.
Literally came through the stage. It was crazy. They walked through metal. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Justin, I will raise your cheap plug and do a cheap plug of my own. Follow the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast on Twitter, and be sure to subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling. I saw you trying to plug your channel just now, on my channel. Anyway, let's continue.
Cheap plugs.
We got Justin's favorite match, so I'm going to give it to him. Mark Henry versus Ryback.
Oh, this was a great match. I'm kind of happy they put this match on early because, they put this match on well, maybe they have it all right to put it on, maybe after the Undertaker and CM Punk match. This the cool people down, like DJ said in past WrestleManias, or cool down matches. But this match was just wrestles. That's all it was. This match was a wrestle match. It was very boring, and I remember watching this match live. Everybody was just shitting all over this match. People were just booing, like, and I hear myself, but whatever. People, we were just booing and stuff.
You're breaking up. We can't hear you. Why?
You can't hear me?
Why are you?
What?
I see your mouth moving, but there's no sound.
I can hear you.
But like I said, this match was not very good, and when Ryback tried to do the shell shock, Mark Henry just fell on top of him. I'm like, oh, that was not good. But the winner in the match was Mark Henry, which I don't really understand why they gave Mark Henry to win here. Like what? Like, why should they give him a win? Because Ryback was an up-and-coming star. And then after the match, Ryback, just gave him like Spybuster and then gave him the shell shock. And like, well, what good does that do to do it after the match? Like, I didn't understand what he did after the match. But, of course, shortly later, Ryback would do his whole heel turn and stuff. But, Casey.
Oh, God. You said this was a wrestling match. This was not a wrestling match. This was a poop break.
I said this was a whole bunch of wrestles in this match.
Oh God, this wasn't. No, it wasn't even that. This was just a nap. In hindsight, this would have been a great match to, I don't know, go to the merch stand, get some T-shirts, maybe get some food, go to the bathroom maybe if you needed to. I didn't. I stayed and watched this match. Why? Just why? We always diss Mark Henry. I mean, he was great back the Attitude Era, early, mid-'90s.
That one time he wore that coral suit?
Yeah, that one time. But at this point, he had already needed to retire for a couple years. This was 3 years ago, and he's still not retired. I don't know. And Ryberg was in this match too, so Ryberg was there.
Yeah, not a good match at all.
Ryberg.
I don't know. This was. I feel like this was I wrote in my notes it was a nice power on power match, but going and thinking about it, there were a lot of rest holds, and I think if you're gonna do a big person match with guys of this caliber who aren't the greatest in like athletics and stuff like that, I feel like you do need to like have those feats of strength, like um, superplexes or something. Like do something more power based than just rest holds, because I get it, they're fat, so they can't they can't
They're fat.
they can't go as long, but I mean, I feel like you can kind of adjust to that. I was surprised that the match ended on that little fall on me spot. I didn't know what to call it. The fall on me spot where Ryback goes for the shell shock, but I was just wondering because apparently, according to the commentators, they said Ryback could have been knocked out. So Ryback at the end of the match just gets up, spine busters Mark Henry, and then shell shocks him. But he could have been knocked out. That don't go together. It just
Yeah.
don't.
But he
That's
could have
calm.
been knocked out.
I mean, he could have been, but I know what it was. It's just clarification. He wasn't. Okay, thank you, Ryback. I appreciate it. I didn't, But next we got Big E Langston and Dolph Ziggler versus Team Hell No. Um, I thought it was funny that they tried to play on the kind of kiss of death thing that happened to Daniel Bryan the year before, especially as a heel tactic, because obviously the fans, like Daniel Bryan, and I think they were liking Team Hell No at this time. I don't know what it is, but I really like watching Big E. I don't know. I think it was funny. We just watched this power on power match, and we weren't impressed. But then when I watched Big E, I was like, I was like, I'm not minding too much. I don't know if it's like the way he knocks people down or the way he like sells his own moves, but I don't know. I just like Big E a lot. But this match really did make me miss Daniel Bryan, man. Watching this match, I was like, Daniel, come back, baby. But Justin, thoughts on the match?
This match actually was good. I mean, it was better than the last match, but it got kind of less time to go. It got about like 6 minutes and 18 seconds, which I wish they kind of would give it a little more time. But maybe I wish it was kind of just a one-on-one match between Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. I mean, but this was actually a pretty good match. I liked the stuff that Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler did during the match, and Kane and Big E did during the match. The two big guys going out, that was pretty cool. I like the headbutt from top rope on to Dolph Ziggler. That was cool during the match. But I'm happy Team Hell No still retained, and of course, we knew there was gonna be a cash in soon, because you forget about your Money in the Bank winners. So I during that night I was praying to the Lord that there would be a cash in. I was just praying that there would be a cash in.
I thought it was obvious too, because Ziggler had the Money in the Bank contract. I was like, he's obviously not gonna win the tag titles. I think they should do that though. They should have the Money in the Bank winner win a tag team champion or win some sort of championship, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Because we've always seen they just kind of go through random feuds throughout the year or something like that. They should change it up a little bit and maybe put a title on them. But Casey, thoughts on the match?
I was a little bit more excited for this match than I would have been, being that I got to see Dolph Ziggler, Big E, and AJ backstage at Access, which was kind of cool. But watching this back, it honestly pissed me off because they booked Big E so strong. Even having him kind of overpower Kane earlier in the week. I think it was on a SmackDown that he did, and then they never did anything with him. I felt like they built him up and they still haven't done anything with him. I hate when they do that, but this was a good match. I felt like it was too short, but it was a good match. It was fun to watch. I feel like any time you got Team Hell No against a good team like Dolph Ziggler and Big E. It was just an entertaining match.
Casey, if you haven't noticed, Big E is your reigning, defending WWE Tag Team Champion of the world.
Okay, but I just have a question. You know, this was 3 years ago. You know, they were giving him a push. How many world title shots has he had?
It took him 3 years to get to the tag team title. None, none, none to my knowledge. But he was just
He
coming
had the
out.
IC title, didn't he have the IC
Yeah,
title?
he had the IC title.
Yeah.
He was just coming out of NXT at this point. So I feel like, I mean, even the guys who have been champions, during that time or like recently, still took some time to get shots at the belt.
I
You
mean,
look at Rollins, you look at even
but 3
Reigns.
years? But 3 years? Three years?
I mean, it hasn't been exactly 3 years.
It's been roughly 3 years.
He's been the tag team champion for like 6 months or 8.
3 years? I'm sorry. I'm just saying. They should have kept pushing him, and they didn't.
I do agree. They were pushing him pretty hard when he first came up, which is probably something they should do with a lot of NXT guys, because at least it's kind of worked for Big E. I mean, he's kind of in a different character now, but at least he's a champion now and not in the corner in the fetal position like Tyler Breeze, because they don't know how to use him. But anyway, let's jump into the next match. We had going up against Chris Jericho, and I remember this feud. It was pretty funny. I remember Chris Jericho butchering Fandango's name every time he could possibly butcher it. And at first I was like, hey, look, it's Fandango. He was actually on WrestleMania. He got a win. Then I watched this match and I was like, this was foreshadowing, guys. This was just foreshadowing. Because he didn't do a doggone thing in this match. At all. I watched this match and I was like, there's nothing really impressive that's just impressing me about Fandango. I was so excited. I was like, okay, I'm about to get to see a good Fandango match. It's been a while. And then he just didn't. And then he won by an inside cradle, which doesn't make him look strong either. I'm like, what? Anyway, I just didn't understand it. I like the feud, but I just feel like they still didn't book him strong like I feel like they should have. But Casey, thoughts on this match?
I loved this storyline. With Fandango always correcting people on the pronunciation of his name, and Jericho just using that against him, almost in his Jericho heel gimmick, but he was a face. I feel like Chris Jericho is one of those guys who can use heel tactics as a face and make it work, almost. Luckily for us, though, this was before the Summer Rae era, so we didn't have to deal with that. But I was excited to see Fandango's official debut live at Mania. I agree, it was a little bit of a letdown, being that he debuted at Mania and it wasn't as good of a match as we thought it was going to be, but I thought it was a really good match anyway. And watching this back almost makes me wish they waited for AJ to debut at Mania and have him go against Jericho at Mania, because it built up Fandango so much. I mean, they didn't really do anything with him that much, but I feel like with a guy like AJ Styles, who was already huge, having him debut at Mania like this against Jericho would have made him even bigger. I mean, they would have just handed him the world title after this match. I'm just saying.
Well, they wouldn't have, because technically, if you think about it, that other stuff don't exist. He just came, this is his first career match ever in wrestling. It would be at WrestleMania. So, Justin, thoughts on this match?
I was kind of expecting more in this match when I was watching, going into this match. But like, I love the storyline behind it's like all of you guys said, pretty much how Chris Jericho was just pretty much butchering Fandango's name, like pretty much butchering his name. But this match, I agree with TJ. This match was a letdown, like, and it was by a roll up. Like, see, Fandango should have beat him by the leg drop from the top rope to make him look strong. Like, and maybe Chris Jericho didn't want to, lose to that. I don't know, but it just made the Fandango look weak here, but it still made Jericho look strong. But like, seriously, why on the grandest stage of them all, a roll up on the grandest stage of them all, really?
Of them all. Sorry.
Did this? I don't know. I just thought about this just a few seconds ago. But did this remind you guys of like the original Dolph Ziggler storyline? Like when he was like, "Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler." When he first came in, I just thought that, and no one could remember his name.
And I also like when Fandango, he before this, he always when they butchered his name, he just went backstage and stuff because like he did a match with I thought that was really awesome, which I don't know why they don't do this like anymore, where they have people debut at WrestleMania, because they should do that more. Like that'd be pretty cool,
I mean,
because that'll make it feel a pay-per-view, yeah, like that make it feel even bigger for them. Like oh, that may be a person we might need to care about, like, but no.
Nah. Why would we do that? We're WWE.
Real quick, just for your stat keeping. Anyone who keeps stats on WrestleMania and whatnot. Up to this year, The Miz would be on a 3-match winning streak at WrestleMania, baby. 3 clean matches in a row.
But he was on the pre-show.
But he still.
He got kicked to the pre-show.
But still, technically.
Listen. After 2 years ago from this point, he was in the main event of WrestleMania. Now he's on the pre-show.
But he's still winning titles is the thing. He was winning titles and
then Wade Barrett also on the pre-show. Both of these guys deserve a lot better. Well, Wade Barrett. I forget about the Miz.
Yes.
No, the Miz also deserves better.
No, he doesn't.
Oh God, you guys are horrible, and you don't accept people who didn't come from the Indies. Because anyway. We got your World Heavyweight Championship match
of the world
and Florida, too. But we got Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. I was gonna give us to Casey, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him another match. Casey and I, we've talked about this a lot on this podcast. So Jack Swagger. Right now, boring. Don't want to see him. But add in a little Zeb Coulter, and that man got immediately interesting. As a face and a heel, I feel like I just feel like there was something about Zeb Coulter with Jack Swagger that just gave him a little more. I just feel like they should keep something with him, some kind of manager, even a female manager or something, just to help him out, because he doesn't talk a lot. I don't feel like, and he feels kind of cliche when he does talk. So I kind of want to, I want to see them maybe, well, they won't do anything with Jack Swagger, but if they do, I kind of want to see, them bring back a manager or something, because I feel like he was just much more interesting with Zeb Coulter, personally. But I thought this match was incredible. I loved it. I thought this was a good match between two of the top talent at the time. Swagger, who never gets any recognition, but Del Rio definitely. I just thought this was a really good match. Del Rio would end up winning with the cross-arm breaker. I just thought it was a really good technical match by two very good wrestlers. Casey, thoughts on this match?
Well, this was actually back when they would give Swagger pushes that didn't last 2 weeks, and then they gave up. They actually, pushed him and kept pushing him, which was unfortunate. But I really liked this Del Rio sort of face run. I think just because we don't really get Del Rio face runs that often, I think this is one of the only ones we've gotten. at least in WWE, we kind of got one in Ring of Honor when he was over there. But we just don't get it as much. So it's kind of cool when you do get a Del Rio face run or somebody who is usually booked as a heel having a face run. But this was a good match, pretty fun to watch. It wasn't anything great, but the feud was fun. It was the typical Mexicans coming into the border, stealing our jobs, blah blah blah, racist, racist.
It's funny. I think what's also funny about that is all Mexicans are bad.
Justin,
Uh, the ankle lock versus the cross arm breaker.
Pronounce the Patriot lock.
The Patriot lock. My bad. It's still the ankle lock. But before Jack Swagger, he got a jobber entrance, so you knew he wasn't gonna be winning. Yeah.
it's pronounced the Jose lock.
You knew that Swagger wasn't going to win this, and you know what? Before Jack Swagger got involved with all the pot and marijuana stuff, I think it was marijuana or something, where he got suspended. I think he was supposed to be winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but they decided not to give him the title, which for some odd reason I don't know why, but they should have. But this
Okay,
what?
his drugs are bad. Okay,
They should have had a run with him and Zeb.
They should have.
Not as co-champions, obviously, but as Swagger the champion and Zeb kind of the manager. I think that would have been cool.
But this was a decent match. I mean, nothing really special happened in the match. I mean, Del Rio, I never really been a big fan of him as a face. I kind of like him as a heel better. I mean, I would rather watch a heel Swagger against a face Del Rio. Like, I don't know. I was a bit. I'm just a bigger fan of Swagger than Del Rio. But like I said, this was a decent match.
because you're racist.
I'm not racist.
Because he's Mexican.
I like Mexicans.
Wow, that sounds even more racist.
I said I like them. How's that racist?
All right. Let's move on from racism and Mexicans to get to another non-Mexican match, and we got CM Punk versus The Undertaker. And Casey, take it away.
CM Punk versus The Undertaker. I don't know. I don't know. But I hated CM Punk with Paul Heyman for the most part. And back around this time, I hated the storyline they were doing with using Paul Bearer so much and like
William Moody.
yeah, William Moody, whatever. I just thought it was disrespectful to the memory of Paul Bearer. But
William Moody.
what? Watching it back again, I loved it. It just worked really well. I also loved Living Color performing Cult of Personality for CM Punk's entrance. For some reason, I didn't remember this live. I don't know why. I didn't remember the performance live, but
You couldn't see it, obviously.
yeah.
I mean, I could see it clear. I could see everything clear.
But anyway, I definitely remember Undertaker's entrance. It was definitely, you really do get kind of goosebumps when he comes out. It's really cool. But CM Punk lost. Everyone says CM Punk was going to win. CM Punk lost. He didn't win. Some other loser that was managed by Paul Heyman won. I'm still upset. I'm sorry.
He didn't win.
I said some other loser managed.
Yeah, but the other person did. But he didn't win though the match. That
He
person
did.
did.
He did 21-1.
Triple
I
H
hate to-
won. Oh! I thought you were talking
I
about.
hate to remind you of that.
Oh,
but
I thought you were talking about Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. I thought you were talking about that the next match. But it's my turn.
I guess since you're just butting in.
Undertaker versus CM Punk. I love this rivalry. I like how they brought up about Paul Bearer, his death and stuff. Kind of disrespecting him. Whatever.
Racist.
But I like how that's not racist, but I like how they were bringing that up. Of course, I bet WWE asked, William Moody's family to,
No, they really didn't.
I bet they asked everybody in the, pretty much family if they can use him in his storyline, which they probably said yes because, that'd be just wrong if they just did this without asking. But I kind of like during, yeah.
Do you know WWE? Do you really think that they would not do something disrespectful?
They probably would do this.
Didn't they just do a storyline with somebody who died without asking?
Reed Flair?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's what it was. Yeah, but back onto this, I really like the storyline stuff, and CM Punk one time he poured the ashes on the Undertaker. I just love watching that. But this match was really fun. I really enjoyed it. But you knew CM Punk wasn't going to win this match, even though I was a huge mark for CM Punk. Like I was on my second season same T-shirt. Like I was like marking out for CM Punk so much. But
remembers what shirt he wore. He remembers his underwear.
No,
that he had. He remembers what he had for breakfast that day.
I don't remember that very much, but this was a very fun match. I liked the elbow drop through the table, but the table didn't break. I liked when the usage of the urn during the match. That was good. When Paul Heyman he threw the urn to CM Punk and hit him with it, which I liked that. I liked the pretty much mocking. I like how pretty much CM Punk was trying to make Undertaker get himself disqualified during the match, which I thought that was pretty interesting. And CM Punk, he was a little bitch in this match. He ran away from Taker, but I going into this match, I didn't think that CM Punk could actually beat Taker, but towards the end of the match, I was like, hey, maybe he could actually get the job done. But no, he didn't get the job done. He didn't beat Taker. But this was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
I agree. This was a really, really good match. I think it really kind of had you thinking that Taker could really be beat this year. I personally thought, simply because, Punk went through the whole best in the world thing, and he was just the champion not too long ago. I think, yes, Justin.
And also, like, the reason why I didn't think he was believable at the time, because you look at the people who Undertaker faced before. You got Triple H. You look at Shawn Michaels. You look at these last two people he's faced. Like he didn't look believable because CM Punk was a smaller guy than both Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So that's why it didn't look very believable.
He was, but
wait.
He had just held the WWE title.
Let me get this straight. They can't be too small, and they can't be fat.
And they can't be Mexican.
What does that leave? Oh, HBK. That's what that leaves. Sorry.
You got to be right in the middle. But I enjoyed this match. I thought it was really good. I honestly thought it was believable that Punk could beat him. Just because, like I said, he had just won he had just been the champion, not too, at Rumble, I think it was, when he lost the title. So, he had just lost the title to The Rock of all people. So, and he went through the whole best in the world thing. I think he went through the longest run, if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember. Oh, that might have been in 2011. I might be tripping, but whatever.
You tripping?
Probably. I thought this match was really good. I loved Undertaker's entrance with the kind of the zombie-like people reaching up to him. I just thought that was cool.
I didn't really remember that. When I was there live, I didn't really see that whole the people reaching up. Maybe it was some type of special line or something with it, but I didn't really see those people reaching their arms up. But yeah.
Alrighty. So next we got Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. I don't want to talk about this match. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in a little bit, but because Triple H found a way to win and whatnot. Justin, thoughts?
Oh my! This match was a letdown. Like I was looking forward to this match going in, but this match was just a letdown. It was a no holds bar match. And there was a stipulation that Triple H lost. He would have to. Have to be forced to retire. This match wasn't very good. I mean, Triple H won the match. That's that. We have my favorite wrestler out there, Shawn Michaels, with him ringside. But
Wait, who is your favorite wrestler though? I'm just wondering.
Shawn Michaels.
Like, if you had to pick the best wrestler that you think in your mind exists, like better than anyone else, your number one guy. If you were to
That's my number one guy, Michaels.
I mean, would you say someone was holding a gun to your head when they were asking you this question?
Yeah.
If
No,
you
no, I wouldn't say that. That was for that match.
if you had your own wrestling company, who would you make the face of your company?
HB Stizzle.
I don't know who that is. I've heard of it. I don't know.
I heard of Artrizzle. Are they like
HB Kizzle.
I've never. Is he related to HBK?
Yeah, he is.
Like a cousin or something? Like
Yeah,
a
he is.
talented cousin?
Yeah, he's a really talented cousin. He's in New Japan right now.
Casey, do you have any thoughts on HB Kizzle or this match?
I mean, HB Kizzle was there. I had met him actually at Access, which was cool, even though he's kind of a dick. But anyway, the most I really remember from this match was me and a couple other fans that had been talking throughout the show were making fun of Lesnar's chicken legs, because it looked like he doesn't work out his legs. If you watch the show back, his legs look so skinny. It was bad. But just I don't know. I feel like this was a classic case of the stipulation ruins the match because you knew Triple H wasn't going to retire. That just ruined the entire match. Just from that, I knew who was going to win. And plus, Triple H always finds a way to win. But can someone explain to me what the hell that white stuff on his stomach was when he came out?
I actually don't know. Maybe that chalk.
It was some of that Big E powder. Big E was doing his little thing before his match, and they just got on him.
It didn't look like powder. It looked wet and moist.
It
was LeBron James chalk. LeBron James was there. That's the thing, and he was back there, and he threw it up in the air, and it came on Triple H.
I see what you did. Anyway, this match, I thought it was a good match for the no holds barred portion of it, but I didn't realize it was a retirement match because Triple H and retirement. What? I mean, those can't even be in the same sentence.
Wait, what'd you just say? Please repeat that.
The syntax of Triple H and retire just doesn't. Triple H and I don't think he can say those words.
Did you say that Triple H would retire? What? Really?
That's actually something
retire.
that could never happen. Actually,
he will retire. Really? Okay.
Justin is talking to no one.
Well, no, I'm talking to the fans right down there. Right down there.
He's talking to the fans that he keeps in his room.
He's talking to all his friends.
He's Tasha Kingswig. That's what it is. But yeah, this match was pretty good for an old bar match. I don't get why Brock didn't win this match. Because Triple H, I get it. But of all people that could have beat Brock Lesnar to make it such a big moment, because Brock was such a such a big guy and such a I'm better than you and I'm more powerful. And of all people, they decided, of course he's on my screen right now, they decided to go with Triple H. I'm just gonna move on.
Trips.
Move on to the main event of the evening for the WWE Heavyweight Championship of not the world, because it was just the WWE Championship at this point. So it was just of the WWE. So the world, no, you can only defend it in WWE. So anywhere else, no. No, not in the world. No, no. But The Rock versus where's my towel? I lost it. Anyway, The Rock versus
Your
John.
cheap towel you made?
Yes, versus John Cena. I can't find it. Well, oh well. The Rock versus John Cena. I actually thought this match was better than the first one. Not because Cena won, just because I liked the actual match. Um, I I think the only issue I had was that I had two issues. Number one, I didn't understand why this match was for the title because yeah, it's your biggest stars going for the title, but like that makes it even more predictable though because obviously The Rock isn't gonna keep the title and then walk away. But two, this match felt a little bit too much to me like Rock versus Austin, that last match. I don't know. Watching it back, I was like, this really felt like, and I get it. It was a big moment. It was oh yeah, once in a twice in a lifetime. It was that twice in a lifetime type of a thing, or once in a lifetime, I guess still. But I just thought it just felt like more of a Rock versus Stone Cold esque match to me. But I enjoyed this match. I thought it was slow when it started, but when it got going, when it started hitting finishers and reversing finishers, it got fun. Rock trying to go for the five knuckle shuffle, and he gets hit with the AA for two, which was kind of funny, a little circularity, I guess you could say too. That's the way Rock won last year, so maybe you never know. What if Cena won the same way? Um, the Rock Bottom by Cena reminded me a lot of that Stone Cold Rock match. And then the People's Elbow fake I thought was just a really funny kind of smart moment by Cena to hit him with the to try to hit him with the AA, but then get hit with the Rock Bottom and still almost lose. I thought that was a really good false finish there. But Cena would end up winning with the AA. I enjoyed this match. I think what made these Rock versus Cena matches, even the CM Punk versus Cena matches from 2011 too, I think what made these matches so good is that you enjoyed watching Cena not just comeback moment and then hit an AA and win. You got to see a little bit more from him, even if it was rest holds for a little bit, even if it was this or that. But I enjoyed this match. I like this match. I thought it was really good. Justin, thoughts on this?
I think this second match was better because the reason why is because I was there live, so that's why I think their second match was a little better. But the beginning match was kind of slow, but when they started doing finishers back and forth, when they did a whole bunch of finisher fests, like that's pretty much what this match was. It was a finisher fest, which I'm not the biggest fans of finisher fests, like this finisher back and forth, back and forth. I'm just not the biggest fan of that. Because here's the thing. Your finisher is supposed to put him away, and if I don't mind if you kick out of it twice, but if you kick out of like 3, 4, 5 times, that means it's not really a big impact move. Like John Cena's, the AA, like it's just a fireman's carry. That's all it is. It's a fireman's carry, but but it worked here with John Cena and The Rock, because these two big names, it worked here. So I didn't mind the finisher fest between both of them. I like the pretty much when The Rock tried to do the five knuckle shuffle during the match, but Cena come into the AA, that was cool. I like when Cena went for like the people's elbow, and then he went on the ropes and he did that. The Rock, that was actually all right, and pretty much say, hey, you know what, I'm not making that same mistake I made last year. But of course, John Cena will get the win and become your new WWE champion for, was it this the 14th? I think, yeah, this was the 14th time. 14th or 15th time.
I think it's funny, Justin. You said, oh, it's just a fireman's carry, but I see you don't have the same appreciation that Casey and I have when it comes to simple moves being finishers like that good old DDT from Jake the Snake, or the big splash, or the leg drop, or anything just simple.
The People's Elbow is just an drop.
With theatrics.
Yeah.
What's your explanation, Justin? Any rebuttal?
Not really. I just don't really like finisher fit. Like I'm not the biggest fan of I want a big impact move. That's the thing. Like I don't like simple moves sometimes.
That ruins wrestling. That ruins it. Ruins it.
The impact move. That's what I love.
Because then the DDT just doesn't look like anything.
It's pretty much not anything to say, but back in the 80s and then early 90s.
I mean, Jake the Snake did have one of the greatest looking DDTs.
Yeah, I did. I have to agree with that. Jake the Snake. He had the best DDT in my opinion.
No. Have you ever been dropped on your head? Just dropped on your head.
Or dropped on your back from Cena's 7-foot shoulders or whatever.
I don't think he's that tall. But these moves are more impactful than. Come on now. Anyway.
It's just in my opinion.
Your opinion is invalid.
I mean, and just one more, because I love playing devil's advocate, I guess. Sting, Scorpion, Death Drop. It's simple, but he wins with it.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about this match now. And how they ruined my entire night and the outcome of this match before the match even started. Because at the merchandise stand, they had the champ is here John Cena shirt with the belt on it. How do you put that shirt out before he even wins the title? How do you do that?
I know what it is. Casey, I get it. Look, it wasn't supposed to ruin your night. You remember the guy who got the Seahawks tattoo, world champs? That's what it was, It was just foreshadowing. Like, he thought it was going to happen. And the merchandise people, they were like, it's a good possibility. I'm just trying to help you out, calm the nerves a little bit, because I know the bad memories.
But yeah. Why? I'm done. Okay. Ruin my damn show.
Oh, I have to.
For one time, I get to go to Mania, and they ruin it. One time. Sorry.
I had to say one more thing. Well, the thing is, I didn't go to the merch stand when I was at Mania. I went to the Superstore. That's where I went to. So I wasn't spoiled. But I already knew Cena was pretty much going to win. But back onto my thing, what I was going to say. There was actually supposed to be a Divas match before this match here, but it got cut because
it did.
Because it got cut of Punk and Taker. They went on more minutes, which I was happy going. Yeah, no Divas match. Yes, it's a match with Stunk.
But I bet if it was Sasha and Becky, you wouldn't have been saying that. I'm just saying equality for all Divas.
Divas, it's changed right now. It's changing. It's coming back.
I mean, if it was Bayley and Asuka,
Oscar. I'm
just saying. All right. So that was your WrestleMania 29 review, and we gotta go back and we gotta tell you one thing. What match would we watch again? / tell you to watch again because I messed it up. Casey, because I'm done with talking.
Oh man! If you gonna go back and you gonna watch any match on this card, anyone. Oh, this is hard. This is Justin, go first.
I'll go with Taker and CM Punk. That's the match of the night for me.
You didn't even have time to think, Casey.
That's too typical. Why would you?
Because the show wasn't very good, in my opinion.
Oh God. Fuck.
Call it Cena and The Rock. I know you want to go.
No. That abomination of a match is.
You can go with Fandango and
Ziggler and Big E versus Team Hell No.
Okay.
Of course, you can go with the main event. I know you are. DJ.
No, actually, I'm gonna go with that one segment where they showed the Miz winning the Intercontinental Champ. No.
Well, I mean, you can go pop in the DVD if you had the DVD. Then
you could, but
you watch the pre-show on there.
We're specifically talking about the WWE Network for whatever the price is that no one knows. I'm actually gonna go with Jack Swagger versus Del Rio. I thought this was an incredible match. I love heel Swagger. Face Del Rio. Not as good as Ring of Honor's face Del Rio / Lucha Underground's face Del Rio, but I still enjoy heel Jack Swagger, and anytime a Jack Swagger's getting a push, it's like, wait, what? So, but we're almost there, fellas. We are almost there on the road trip to WrestleMania 32.
WrestleMania 39. Which I'll probably be on Thursday.
I was gonna hold up. Let me get to you. Justin got to stop, and I guess we need to let him take a pee break because he's too excited. Justin, when is the next stop? Because you already there or something.
The next stop is WrestleMania 30. Yes.
But when? But when?
On Thursday. That's when we're going to be doing it.
Okay. Thursday.
Actually, no, Tuesday. Sorry. I got confused. Tuesday.
Okay then. So on Tuesday, WrestleMania 30 review. That will be the end of our road trip. Well, we got to get to WrestleMania 32 technically for it to technically be the end of our road trip. That was the main destination. So hopefully the GPS don't cut off, before, and we just gotta make up directions to get there. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and follow all of us on the various Twitters that we have. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to 097 and Knots and Juggers and stuff. Subscribe to that guy. And we will see you guys later. We hope you guys enjoyed.